This video is designed to help you start a tax preparation business. At the end of the video, you'll find a valuable gift. It's a tax preparation business plan that you can download, and will lay down for you, step by step, everything you need to know to start a successful tax preparation business of your own. If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Since you don't have to be a CPA, starting a tax prep business is easier than you think. If you go into a franchise tax office to have your individual return prepared, I can guarantee that you are not having a CPA or IRS enrolled agent prepare your taxes. The fact is, the software available to tax retail tax offices does 90% of the work for you. There are a number of programs available to retail tax practices that range from interview-based return preparation to assist beginner users, to forms-based programs for preparers with years of experience. Most tax returns can be completed in modern programs in about 25 minutes, with the preparer simply needing a base level of training, and then simply following the step-by-step software lead. You do not have to own a franchise to offer rapid refunds to your clients. Franchises have their place, but require considerable upfront capital investment, and typically project new offices to operate at a loss for their first 5 years. There are discount options available, offering professional retail tax preparation software, training, support, licensing, and marketing programs that allow considerably more flexibility than the franchise options that you should be aware of when considering opening a tax business. Spending a few $100 or $1,000 for startup costs for a partnership and support program, versus spending $50,000 to $100,000 for a franchise startup license, certainly allows for a quicker return on investment. When starting a tax prep business, your business model should fit your business and your goals, not the other way around. Many tax preparers operate profitable tax businesses without conforming to the traditional brick-and-mortar business model. Bundling income tax services along with other business lines is a turnkey option to increasing revenue with low overhead. The list of complementary businesses is extensive. If you are already in a personal service industry, it is hard to find a client that does not have to file a tax return each year. The affordability of tax startup programs also allows for success and profitability of a smaller mobile, seasonal, or a home-based tax preparation business. When you don't have much overhead, you don't need to do hundreds of returns to be profitable. One of the biggest mistakes new tax business makes is undermarketing. More important than any aspect of your business is the ability to get and retain paying customers. Marketing campaigns do not need to be expensive. When starting a tax business, you do not have to invest thousands on television or radio campaigns to have successful tax advertising. If you have more time than money, there are many different methods available to get the word out that your business is here, to compete with the franchise options in your area. Coupons, business store hangers, postcards, and specific cross-marketing programs are just a few cost-effective options available. When starting a tax preparation business, be sure to have a marketing strategy. If you do nothing, clients will not show up on their own. You have to invite and entice them. The tax industry itself is booming. There's never a bad time to start a tax preparation business. One tax business or another is always in the franchise top 10. Currently it is H&R Block, but Liberty, Jackson Hewitt, and Instant Tax have all historically been flirting with the top startup spots since their inception. This shows the appeal of the industry. Even with consumer filing options, such as TurboTax gaining steam in the marketplace, tax filers still want and seek out professional review and preparation of their returns. Who wouldn't like to make as much money as other startup business opportunities, while only having to operate your business 4 or 5 months out of the year? The IRS tax code grows in complexity each year, and with the addition of healthcare administration and dispersal being bundled into individual tax returns, this complexity continues to push consumers to seek the services of a professional for their tax preparation needs. Who is the target market? Who will your typical clients be? You might mostly see lower-income earners filing to receive their earned income tax credit. Or more complicated cases from the self-employed or smaller businesses. Or the middle class, who aim to take advantage of various tax credits. Making this decision will help you determine where you might open a storefront, how and where you might market your business, and what specific skills you must master. How does a tax preparation business make money? You'll charge a fee for your services, based on the complexity and time involved of the filing. How much can you charge customers? According to a National Society of Accountants survey released recently, The average fee charged by tax preparers for an individual itemized 1040 return with a Schedule of Form and state tax return was $350. For small business clients, the average charge was $600. How much profit can a tax preparation business make? Error-free speed is of the essence. With a statistic mentioned earlier of the average itemized individual return generating $350 in fees, one of these per hour is possible. However, especially as you start your business and before you attract a significant client base, you'll face unprofitable downtime. How can you make your business more profitable? Some accountants or CPAs offer tax prep as one of a range of accounting services. This business is also compatible with financial services, real estate brokerages, insurance and other fields where the business owner is comfortable discussing financial issues with clients. Also keep in mind that if your client base significantly consists of private contractors and small business owners, they might have additional tax issues throughout the year. The next part of the video is not specific to the tax preparation business. Nevertheless, this knowledge is essential for success in the tax preparation business, as well as in any other business. Ignore it at your own peril. Operating a successful tax preparation business will depend on the following 4 conventions. 1. A practical plan, with a solid foundation. 2. Dedication, and willingness to sacrifice, to reach your goal. 3. Technical skills. 4. Basic knowledge of management, finance, record keeping and market analysis. As a new owner, you will need to master these skills and techniques if your business is to be successful. Finding a niche. Small businesses range in size from a manufacturer, with many employees, and millions of dollars in equipment, to the lone window washer, with a bucket and a sponge. Obviously, the knowledge and skills, required for these two extremes, are far apart, but for success they have one thing in common. Each has found a business niche, and is filling it. The most critical problems you will face, in your early planning, will be to find your niche, and determine the feasibility of your idea. Get into the right business at the right time, is very good advice, but following that advice, may be difficult. Many entrepreneurs plunge into a business venture, so blinded by the dream, that they fail to thoroughly evaluate its potential. Is your business idea feasible? Before you invest time, effort, and money, the following exercise will help you separate sound ideas from those bearing a high potential for failure. Identify and briefly describe the business you plan to start. Identify the product or service you plan to sell. Answering yes to any of the following 3 questions means you are on the right track. A negative answer to all of them means the road ahead could be rough. 1. Does your product or service satisfy an unfilled need? 2. Will your product or service serve an existing market in which demand exceeds supply? 3. Will your product or service be competitive based on its quality, selection, price, or location? Market analysis. For a small business to be successful, the owner must know the market. To learn the market, you must analyze it, a process that takes time and effort. You don't have to be a trained statistician to analyze the marketplace, nor does the analysis have to be costly. Analyzing the market is a way to gather facts about potential customers, and to determine the demand for your product or service. The more information you gather, the greater your chances of capturing a segment of the market. Know the market before investing your time and money in any business venture. The following questions will help you collect the information necessary to analyze your market, and determine if your product or service will sell. This brief exercise will give you a good idea of the kind of market planning you need to do. An answer of no to any of the questions indicates a weakness in your plan, so do your research until you can answer each question with a yes. 1. Do you know who your customers will be? 2. Do you understand their needs and desires? 3. Do you know where they live? 4. Will you be offering the kind of products or services that they will buy? 5. Will your prices be competitive in quality and value? 6. Will your promotional program be effective? 7. Do you understand how your business compares with your competitors? 8. Will your business be conveniently located for the people you plan to serve? 9. Will there be adequate parking facilities for the people you plan to serve? Planning your startup. The following questions are grouped according to function. They are designed to help you prepare for opening day. Merchandise. Have you decided what items you will sell or produce, or what services you will provide? Have you made a merchandise plan, based upon estimated sales, to determine the amount of inventory you will need to control purchases? Have you found reliable suppliers who will assist you in the startup? Have you compared the prices, quality, and credit terms of suppliers? Business records. Are you prepared to maintain complete records of sales, income and expenses, accounts payable, and receivables? Have you determined how to handle payroll records, tax reports, and payments? Do you know what financial reports should be prepared, and how to prepare them? Finances. A large number of small businesses fail each year. There are a number of reasons for these failures, but one of the main reasons is insufficient funds. Too many entrepreneurs try to start and operate a business without sufficient capital, money. To avoid this dilemma, you can review your situation by analyzing the following 3 questions. 1. How much money do you have? 2. How much money will you need to start your business? 3. How much money will you need to stay in business? In order to answer the second question, how much money will you need to start your business? You need to prepare an estimate of all your startup costs. Here is a list of items you may need to take into account. Note that this list is for a retail business. Items will vary for service, construction, manufacturing or online firms. Decorating and remodeling, fixtures and equipment, installing fixtures and equipment, services and supplies, beginning inventory cost, legal, professional fees, licenses and permits, telephone utility deposits, insurance, signs, advertising for opening, unanticipated expenses. Now, the answer to the third question, how much money will you need to stay in business? Must be divided into 2 parts, immediate costs, and future costs. From the moment the door to your new business opens, a certain amount of income may come in. However, this income should not be projected in your operating expenses. You will need enough money available to cover costs for at least the first 3 months of operation. The following list will help you project your operating expenses on a monthly basis. Typical expenses for 1 month may include your living costs, employee wages, rent, advertising, supplies, utilities, insurance, taxes, maintenance, delivery, transportation, miscellaneous. Now sum up the total estimated monthly expenses and multiply it by 3. This is the amount of cash you will need to cover operating expenses for 3 months. Deposit this amount in a savings account before opening your business. Use it only for those purposes listed in the above list, because this money will ensure that you will be able to continue in business during the crucial early stages. By adding the total startup costs to the total expenses for 3 months, you can learn what the estimated costs will be to start and operate your business for 3 months. By subtracting the totals of the lists from the cash available, you can determine the amount of additional financing you may need, if any. Now you will need to estimate your operating expenses for the first year after startup. The first step in determining your annual expenses is to estimate your sales volume, month by month. Next, determine the cost of sales. You may want to use a spreadsheet to do this. After startup, the primary source of revenue in your business will be from sales, but your sales will vary from month to month because of seasonal patterns and other factors. It is important to determine if your monthly sales will produce enough income to pay each month's bills. An estimated cash flow projection will show if the monthly cash balance is going to be subject to such factors as the following: failure to recognize seasonal trends, excessive cash taken from the business for living expenses, too rapid expansion, and slow collection of accounts if credit is extended to customers. Conclusion: if you have carefully answered all the questions in this video, you have seriously thought about your goal. However, there may be some things you may feel you need to know more about. Owning and running a tax preparation business is a continuous learning process. Research your idea, and do as much as you can, yourself, but don't hesitate to seek help from people who can tell you what you need to know. As we conclude this video, it's time you get your free tax preparation business plan gift. Go to the description below this video to get it now. It is completely free, no strings attached. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this.